Hello, Cole here with another Pokemon Go video. Now, I still have one more video coming from Chicago. It's my last day there. It's mainly just a travel vlog. It's a lot of just exploring Chicago, doing a couple raids, stuff like that. But before I get onto that, because editing all the stuff that I recorded is just taking much longer than I expected, I wanted to bring this overview of my trip to Chicago and Go Fest. So first thing on my list to talk about, the entire trip while I was there in Chicago and on the flights and all that, I ended up getting 17 shinies. Not all of those were even during my Go Fest day. I got 3 of them before Go Fest even started, so that's before they were all boosted and all of that. So overall, on day 1 before Go Fest, so that's Wednesday the 12th, I got a shiny Lotad in the wild, I got an Aerodactyl out of a 10k egg, and also I got a shiny Squirtle out of research, which I didn't actually claim until I was actually on my layover coming home. I kept it in the stack and just left it there. Fast forward to day 2, my actual Go Fest day, Thursday, the first day of Go Fest. I ended up getting a shiny Absol in the wild, 3 shiny Horsies, 2 Machops, Shuppet, Swinub, 2 Ghastlies, and a Duskull. And then also that same day, but after my Go Fest time was up, I ended up getting a Magikarp while we were eating dinner and a Sableye. I randomly clicked on it while we were in the Uber on the way back to the hotel. So that was amazing. It was really awesome. Day 3, while we were on our layover in Colorado, actually, I got a shiny Horsey, and like I said before, I ended up going through my research. I was trying to get all my research stuff caught. I wanted them to have those far away geo tags on them. So I ended up catching my shiny Squirtle in Colorado as well, in Denver. Also on my trip, I ended up getting all the unknowns that were available. So they spell wake up, W-A-K-E-U-P, and exclamation point. So all of those are now in my Pokedex. I finally got the unknown badge in my medals. And also, just total, I ended up getting 76 unknowns. So it was easy to tell that because I've never caught one before. So it was all in my Pokedex. Also, I had 1 Pachirisu before this. I ended up trading for one a while back. But besides that one, I ended up catching 60 Pachirisus. A lot of them I've already traded away. I have 2 friends that were like, oh, I want a lucky one. And we surprisingly got them lucky really early on. It only took a couple trades each. But yeah, I still have a ton though. I still probably have at least 45, 40, something like that. Next, I did a couple special trades. I really wish I would have taken advantage of the 5 special trades. I only did 2, I think. One of them I traded someone a Mewtwo, and I ended up getting a Rayquaza. That was in my video. Also, I ended up getting a lucky Mr. Mime. That was amazing. It was really awesome. Other than that, for the most part, I was just trading for regionals that I already had, but didn't have many of. So I got Kangaskhan's and Heracross, stuff like that. Most of them didn't turn out all that great. I was aiming for Great League PvP type Pokemon. But the biggest special trade that I did, and I didn't even realize this till I was actually preparing this video, is I ended up trading for a Corsola. That and Unknown completed my Johto Pokedex. So I'm completely done with Kanto and Johto now. Next on my list of stuff to go over, I ended up getting a few new badges, or upping my badges quite a bit. So I got the Go Fest 2019 badge, which is amazing. I think it looks really great. I love having that extra badge in there now. Also, my pilot badge, I'm almost at 1,000,000 kilometers traded, so I'm almost to gold on that. I'm trying to wait a little bit. I want to record that, so I want to get some good trades in and have those on recording. But I had like 400 or 500,000, and now I'm up to like 900 something. I'm really close to 1,000,000. And lastly, my trip to Chicago was filled with Magikarps. So I'm pretty sure I jumped from like 30 something Magikarps, extra large Magikarps, up to 73. So that, where I live, there's like no water Pokemon. So it's really hard to get that Fisherman badge. And I more than doubled what I had before. So that was awesome. Alright, so the day after my Go Fest day on Friday, we had the after party hosted by Phoenix Collective, King, Zionic, and Poke AK. So first off, just a disclaimer for me myself. I kind of hated this party. Not because it was bad, but because there were so many people and I couldn't even walk around, and I have some issues with anxiety and stuff, and it was just really, it was a lot for me. I did not enjoy myself for the most part. I did meet a lot of awesome people though. King and Poke AK, it was really awesome meeting them. I got their badges on my Sylph card. I wish I had a chance to talk to Zionic. I know I already talked about this too, but I met Valor, JT Valor as well. So it was really cool meeting all of them. But the actual tournament part of it is what got me. Just trying to find the opponents and just going through people, and people were yelling, and I was just like, after battle 1 or 2, I was like debating. I'm like, maybe I should just drop out and leave. Like, I'm not having a good time here. But I ended up meeting a lot of really cool people after that. So one of the people I ended up meeting is the Papa JJ. He posts a lot on Twitter. He does articles for a website, which I'll link in the description below. Really awesome. I ended up talking to him a little bit after round 1, and we ended up facing each other later on too. So he's really awesome, really cool. He posts on Instagram and Twitter and all that. You should definitely check him out. He's really involved in the Pokemon Go community, and like I said, he does articles for the game and stuff like that. So he's really cool. Also, I ended up meeting I think his name was Kano. He's from Mexico. He was really cool. He traded me a second Corsola, actually. It was really awesome talking to him. But yeah, the winner of the tournament was Simply Moxie, so congrats. And also, we had 128 participants at the end of the tournament. I think we actually had more, but a lot of people dropped out. I think it was over 130. I'm not sure exactly where, but yeah, we ended up with 128. I didn't do terrible, I guess, but I didn't do great either. I ended up with 4 losses and 3 wins, which is less than the 50% mark, but considering how many good players there were, I'm really proud of those 3 wins. The team I used was not the best. It was a little half meta, half off meta. I ended up using Ninetales, Quagsire, Meganium, Parasect, Kingdra, and Lantern. So I mean, I guess most of that is pretty meta. But some of the things that I learned during this was I was not thinking straight, and anytime I saw a fortress, I would switch. Usually I'd have like Meganium or something out and it's just tearing through it. Have to switch out, you know? And I would switch to Kingdra, and Bug Bite would just annihilate Kingdra. And the biggest issue for me, and I think it lost me at least 1 or 2 more battles after that first screw up, is that I would forget that Kingdra was bad to Fortress, and I would do it again, and Kingdra would just die again. So that was a big mistake on my end. Another mistake I made during this tournament was I forgot to give Lantern its second move. So in Santa Monica, I forgot to charge TM it so it had Thunder. That was a big mess up. And then this one, Lantern, only had the 1 move, which it had the good move. It had Thunderbolt. I did TM that. But having that second move could have saved me in a few instances. Unfortunately, I did not film anything at this tournament. I was gonna try, but like I said, it was just so packed and it was loud. It was in a bar. It was a lot. It would not have been a good video. So I didn't record. It kind of sucked having to carry around the bag and the camera and all that. But hey, in the end, it was an experience. I love doing the tournament and meeting people, but for the most part, like, being there was not fun for me. But, you know, you live, you learn, you do new things, and I mean, I guess I'd do it again. It was still cool. It was awesome that they got to host this tournament, and it was such a huge tournament, the after party and all that. I would have probably changed a few things about it. Maybe a bigger venue next year. That'd be nice. Because it's not so much the amount of people, but the amount of people compared to the size of the building. I'm pretty sure we were breaking some occupancy violations or something. So lastly, kind of pointing this more towards my other content creators, this trip was a huge learning experience for me. A lot of what I learned there had to do with how I film and how I interact on camera. So one big thing, especially after the 2 videos that are already up right now, is I need to do more B-roll footage. I feel like I did a lot, and I feel like my next video has a lot more than what I did in the last 2, but you can never have too much B-roll. You may not use it all, but likely you will need it if you're trying to make a more scenic video, you know? So always film more if you're trying to do videos. If you're aspiring to be a YouTuber, or if you're a current one, you always got to look at your content and be critical of your own work. You want to learn from your mistakes or learn from what you could improve on. You want to improve on your content at all times. That's one of the biggest things as a content creator. You always want to better yourself. Another thing is shaky B-roll. I actually, before I even started editing, I was watching some new videos on how to film better, and I learned some new tips about how to get good B-roll, less shaky film and all that. Right now I'm definitely not doing the best I can with that, but I have a lot more knowledge now, so hopefully in the future my videos will get better quality and you guys hopefully will notice. Also, kind of piggybacking on the knowledge that I've learned, know your shot. So whether you plan out your videos exactly or if you film something, you always want to know kind of the next step too. And if you don't know, you want to remember what you did last so you could kind of build a story. You want each video to be a story, and you don't want your story to be just jumping everywhere and not make any sense. And lastly, this goes big onto my YouTuber meetup video. I need to talk to people more. I walked up to and met tons of other YouTubers, other content creators, and like I would talk to them, but I wouldn't film. And a big part of that is that I'm afraid that they would think that I'm trying to like take their success, what they've already worked for, and kind of steal it, I guess, because their name's are already out there. And I feel like after watching my videos and actually meeting people, that's a huge mistake, because we're all kind of aspiring for the same things. And even though I may be a smaller content creator, something that I do could help them as well. It's all just networking and all that. So I really need to work on that, just getting myself out there, talking to people a bit more, on camera, off camera, all of that. So yeah, that's about it. The Chicago trip was really awesome. I loved it. I definitely want to try it next year. I'm still trying to see if I could do Asia. It's not looking so good, but I'm hoping that I can make it work. But yeah, that's it for now. Be sure to thumb this up if you liked the video. Comment down below, were you at GoFest? If not, tell me about your shinies, or if you're hoping to go or planning to go to one of these next two coming up, Japan or Germany. So yeah, just chat with me. Subscribe if you're not already for more Pokemon Go content. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.